So, the 2020 election, you'd think it was over, but the story was far from it. Years later, in fact, the FBI asked for a search warrant for every single ballot in Fulton County, Georgia. I mean, that is a massive move. And the key to understanding why they did it is all inside one single document, a sworn affidavit from an FBI agent. So today, we're going to deconstruct that affidavit, piece by piece, to see exactly what the FBI was looking for and why.
Okay, so this is it, the cover page of that application. It's called an affidavit, and this is where an FBI agent has to lay out all the facts for a judge. The entire goal here is to establish what's called probable cause, basically a really strong reason to believe a crime was committed and that you'll find evidence of it. This one document is the foundation for this whole federal investigation. So what was this all really about? Well, the affidavit makes it super clear right from the get-go. This wasn't about relitigating the election or changing the results. The investigation was laser-focused on one critical question. Were all the documented deficiencies in Fulton County's election just honest mistakes, or were they intentional acts that broke federal criminal law?
All right, we have to talk about this term, probable cause. It's so important to get this. This is the legal hurdle the FBI had to clear. An affidavit doesn't say anyone is guilty. It's not a verdict. Think of it this way. The FBI is knocking on a judge's door and saying, hey, we've got some pretty solid reasons to think a crime happened, and we're pretty sure the evidence is behind this door. Can we go in? That's it. So the whole investigation really boils down to two specific federal laws. The first one is a misdemeanor, basically failing to keep all the election records for the required 22 months. But then there's the big one, the felony, knowingly taking away a fair election by counting fake or fraudulent ballots. And that is the whole ballgame. Distinguishing between an accident and an intentional crime, that's everything here. Okay, so where does the affidavit even start building its case? It dives right into the digital world. The ballot images, the data files, all the stuff that's supposed to create this transparent digital record of every vote. But what investigators found were some serious anomalies, starting with a whole bunch of files that were just gone. It all started with this number, 17,852. According to the affidavit, a Georgia resident who happened to be a chemical engineer filed a complaint with the state election board. He claimed that this many ballot images were missing from the 2020 recount data. And that one complaint is what kicked off a state-level investigation that eventually grew into this federal one. So the FBI started laying out a series of digital red flags. They found that these critical security files, called SHA files, were missing. So what's an SHA file? Well, think of it like a digital, tamper-proof seal on an envelope. If it's not there, you can't really prove the ballot image inside hasn't been messed with. A state election board member literally called this a red flag. And on top of that, they found files that were modified years after the election.